class. Okay, so how are you today? Okay, so let's get started here. So anyone, before we start, everyone stand up and arrange your chair properly. And please remain standing for our prayer. Okay, so Ahmed, can you lead the prayer? Okay, so thank you everyone. Let's bow down our head and let's pray together. Okay, so thank you so much. Okay, so please everyone sit down and I'll check your attendance. Okay, so say present if your name is called, okay? Abdullah Nisreen, Abdullah Jamail, Bashir Rayhana. Okay, so assume that attendance have done. Okay, so to make this class alive, can we do a quick exercise? Okay, so let's sing together the I'm alive, alert, away, enthusiastic. You are all familiar with that song, right? Everyone? Okay, so I request everyone to stand up again and let's sing together. I'm alive, alert, awake, enthusiastic. I'm alive, alert, awake, enthusiastic. I'm alive, alert, awake, alert, alive. I'm alive, alert, awake, enthusiastic. Okay, so very good. So everyone, you may take your seat. Okay, so who can give me or remember what was our last lessons? Yes, Asliya? Exactly, so our lesson last meeting is about the slow and fast music. Okay, so who can give an example? Yes, Jabbar? Yeah, so example of a slow music is those sounds that have a low tone, while the fast music is those a song, for example, a rock song. Okay, so very good. So that was our last topic. For this time, before we start a lesson, I'll show you some pictures and identify which are the instrument that can mentioned in this poem. Okay, so I'll show here a some poem and say to me your observed that is connected to a music because our topic. The first who can read the poem? Yes, Aina. Okay, so can you read please? Okay, so very good. Okay, so for the first line, I am a music. I am the melody, the guitars, and the drums. Okay, so what do you think is the music or the instrument music? Okay, so very good. The guitar and the drum. Okay, so these are the pictures of the guitar and a drum. Okay, so guitar is an instrument, also a drum. Okay, so for the next, I am the wind, the voice, ringing to my ear. I am the story, and the range sings of. I will drown in the sounds, wishing it to never stops. I am the music, and no, I will be. Turn it down. Okay, so the music that is mentioned is the guitar and the drum. Okay, so let's proceed to our topic for today because this poem is related to our topic for this morning. Okay, so our topic is about musical instrument. Okay, so what do you think is a musical instrument? Anyone? Yes, okay, so from the word itself, music and instrument that is combined. So it is the instrument that is used in a music to make a sound. So first we have here our learning objective. At the end of this lesson, students will identify the different sounds of music instruments, also different kinds of musical instruments, and evaluate the types of musical instruments. So let's proceed. Okay, so who can read the definitions? Aina? Yes, exactly. So music can be created with sounds of things to create pleasant sound like rhythm and melody. Man invented things whose purpose was to play a music. So these are called instrumental music. Okay, so instrumental music, the class is created by man to make a sound. So to make different kinds of sounds. Okay, so yung mga instrument na iyon is ang ating nagamit upang makalikha ng mga sounds. Understand? Yes, okay, so also to create sounds, a part of instrument is need to move or vibrate. So how to create or how to play that sound. So in every instrument it can be played in a different way. So that's what we're going to discuss. So we'll have here a different examples of an instrument. Okay, so what do you think is the definition of this instrumental music? So we have here that an instrument tools that create to produce sounds. Okay, so again, gaya sa poem, example is the guitar and drum. So do you are all already see the image of a guitar and a drum? Okay, so nakakita ba kayo ng guitar, ng drum? Okay, so ay na, yes, nakakita. So do you know how to play guitar or a drum? Okay, so some of you have yes and some is not. Okay, so these are the picture of guitar and this is the drum. Okay, so how to play a guitar? Okay, so to play a guitar is kinda hard to those hindi marunong. So this is how to play a guitar, and a drum is this. Okay, so a guitar, we can see a guitar in everywhere, no? So lalo na sa mga program. So a drum is also an event. So makikita natin yan. So by for the guitar, by playing the guitar, you can produce a vibrate, and that vibrate produce a sound, a different sound. So depende sa pag-play mo kung paano patunogin yung guitar and it well depends on how you play to make a sound. It either the guitar and the drum. So listen to this and observe of how to play the guitar and the drum. So listen carefully and observe because later parts you will be identifying the different kinds of sounds. So these are, so I'll play how to play guitar and a drum. So this is okay. So by this time I want to show pictures here. Okay, so I want to ask if tell me if this is an instrument or not. Okay, so for the first one is the harp. It is an instrument or not? Anyone? Yes, it is an instrument. So do you know what is a harp? Okay, so a harp is a kind of music that plays just like a guitar. So I'll show you how this is how to play a harp. Okay, so and that's the tone that produced by the harp instrument. So this is the harp instrument. Okay, so understand? Okay, so for the second picture is a telescope. Is it an instrument or not? Not exactly, because an instrument is used to see, for example, a stars and cannot be produced a music, right? Okay, so for the third picture is cymbals. Okay, so cymbals, do you know what is a cymbals? So is it an instrument or not? Yes, it is an instrument. So how to produce a sound? Okay, so this is the video and observe how to play and the sounds produced by this. Okay, so ayun no, para lang siyang pinagpatambal. Okay, so for the third fourth one is the crayons. Instrument or not? Not, because crayons is used to color or drawing. Then the next one is a xylophone. Musical or not? Yes, it is an instrument. So why? Because it produces sound. So who is maturity here in the class? Okay, so yan yung mga nakakagamit ng xylophone. So it produces sounds, different kinds of sounds. So pag-aralan lang yung melody or how to play it. So this is the video of how to play a xylophone. Okay, so observe and listen of the music that is produced. For the last one is the bicycle or bike. So it is sounds. It is an instrument or not? Yes, it is not, because a bike cannot produce a sound. So it used to ride. Okay, so again, the instrument that we identify is the harp, the cymbals, and the xylophones. So there are 3 instruments in these given examples. Understand? Okay, so now let's proceed to okay, so in the drums is when the drum is struck, it vibrates. So the drums is, as you observe, is pag ginaganon mo yung drum is the struck of rubber is vibrates. So as we said earlier that when it produces vibrates, so that means it produces a music disc. So that is how the drum is produced a sound. And then the next one is the guitar is when the guitar's drums is chord is vibrates. Okay, so the guitar, as we observed, when you play is it produce vibrate also, right? So that means it produce a sound. In typing the piano keyboard, there are small hammer pounding when the fluid upon. Okay, so another example of an instrumental music is this one, a piano, right? So when typing the piano keyboards, it produces a vibrate. So that vibrates can produce a music or a sound. So that is some way to or how the music or the sounds is being produced because of the vibrates that we can apply in that instrument. So musical instrument is invented by a man to play a variety catchy songs. Okay, so for example, the xylophone. No? A xylophone is produced a different kinds of musics. So, kumbaga, hindi lang siya one time or one sounds lang no? Okay, so what can you observe about these pictures? Anyone? Okay, so a concert, no? So a concert is full of instrumental music, right? So there are different kinds of instrumental music they produce in a concert. So what can you see or observe that can be used in that concert? A drum, right? A guitar, a piano, a xylophone, and so on. Okay, so that is some musical instruments that can be played in the piano. So these are some examples of a concert, and as you can see here, the different kinds of the instruments. Okay, so understand? Okay, so any instrument that produces vibrates, which is that vibrates is produce a sound, is called musical instrument. Tama. So by this time you will have an activity. So before we do an activity, do you have any questions? And so far, okay, so at least we could have a familiar of different sounds such as the guitar, xylophone, drums, harp, and all the instruments that we mentioned. Okay, so learning activities. What is your favorite musical instrument? So from all the instruments that we mentioned, what is your favorite? Okay, so try to draw and explain why this instrument is you choose as your favorite and why object materials is off. How to play the instrument. Okay, so just a simple description. So how to play that musical instrument. So are you ready? Okay, so I'll give you 10 minutes for that. Okay, so time is up. Okay, so for your assignment, okay, so draw at least 3 musical instruments. So it will pass next meeting, okay? Okay, so for sum up again, our topic for today is about musical instrument. Musical instrument is made by man that create or produce a vibrate, which that vibrates is can produce a sounds, right? Okay, so again, we give the examples are the guitar, drum, harp, cymbals, and etc. So also observe some musical instrument at your home. So no questions, clarifications. Okay, so that's all for our topic for today. So do you have learnings? Yes, okay, so thank you so much for listening and since time now, so we will meet next meeting. Okay, so bye class. Bye.